and the white guy with Bruce and Sharon. You can see what you want right here on this channel. Welcome everybody to Bruce and Sharon and the white guy. It's usually Williams and Ree, the Indian and the white guy, but the Indian wants no part of this. He does not want to be involved in this. He has told me countless times. If he calls in and does a cameo, it will be a complete surprise to both of us.
Mm-hmm. We look forward to it.
So my new partner during the pandemic is my partner, my life partner, Sharon Hallingdal Williams, the living doll, and she has some surprises today. We're going to first of all we're going to talk to Kenny Putnam. Kenny Putnam is a world-class fiddle player and just an all-around great human being from the Black Hills.
Sioux Falls?
Specifically Rapid City.
Rapid City, I'm sorry.
Rapid City is on the other side of the state. Now Sharon is from California, so she has no idea of the topography of South Dakota.
I'm sorry.
But we're also going to be visiting with a friend of ours who's also a stand-up comic, Sharon Pate.
Yes, we visited with him earlier, and we have that to show you.
And it's featuring his wife, Sarah Pate, who is a child psychologist.
Yes, and we love her.
Yes, and we're also going to be showing off some different labels that we have. I've been looking at products a lot lately because I have nothing to do but look at the specs on various things, and I'm just amazed at the different things that are made elsewhere than the U.S. And
that's most things.
we want to point some of those out to you, just in case you are one of those that said, well, I would never buy anything that was made in America. You may be surprised what you are using at this very moment that could be from a foreign country. And we're going to talk about cats. We're going to visit with the Canadians. And we are going to put our disclaimer at the top, too. Our disclaimer is right here. I'm going to access it right now so that...
Is that the same disclaimer we had before?
It is the one that we used last time.
Oh, and then I can find it here and put it up. Let's see. The following program?
Yes.
Okay. There it goes.
Following program contains language and images that may be unhazmat suitable for people of all ages. Viewer disgust is possible. Wash your eyes immediately after watching. That's our disclaimer. So that way that removes any kind of lawsuits or anything that could stem from this.
It's nice words in general.
As you can see, we're in our basement, our dungeon. We have some we have some furniture down here, but this is our little dungeon, and it's our bunker, our shelter, just in case of World War V. Did I skip a World War?
Yeah, I think you skipped two, I think.
Did I skip two?
This might be one of them now that we're going through.
Yes, it is like a war, and God bless all the caregivers and nurses and doctors and people.
Cash register workers.
Absolutely. And, in Vegas, you're going to be able to sit at a 21 table with the glass on both sides of you, and so that way if you make a wrong move, if you hit 17 or something, the guy next to you, if he spits on you, it only hits the glass. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And, when you're going into these casinos and stuff, when they do open up, you're going to see a lot of Asians in there because they love to gamble. And so pick your spots. Okay, we're going to also do a little shout out for ourselves because it's also GSDY Day, GSDY week. We did something for the week. GSDY, getting shit done, yeah. And we washed the dogs.
Oh, we did. We got a special hose with a shower head to hook up to the bathtub, and it worked great.
Yeah, they got a bath last week, and then they got one this week as well. So
And they hate us.
yeah, and this was all stemming from when we saw that poor little pug that had coronavirus and stuff.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure our dogs were whistle clean. Now we are in lockdown. We're still in lockdown. We live in Davidson County in Nashville, Tennessee. And Davidson County is not going to open up until
the 8th, I think.
The 8th of May. The 8th of May. And otherwise, we're still in lockdown. In fact, you can see my locks are down.
Are down, yes.
Yeah. And this is corona hair right here. This is lockdown hair.
So as usual,
Yes.
we don't really know what we're doing, so we're going to attempt, rather than hold the phone up, like
we've been doing.
We're going to actually try to use Skype to call Kenny Putnam.
Now, Kenny Putnam, as I said, is a world-class fiddle player. He lives in Rapid City, South Dakota. We're going to try to phone him up right now, and he has isolated a coronavirus.
He found one?
He found one. I believe he found it somewhere in his garage, but. We're gonna call up Kenny right now.
That is scary. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Ring him up and let's see if we can get him.
Is he there? Is he there?
Is he there?
Hello, Kenny? Is he there?
Yes, I can hear him. There he is! Yay! Yay! And Kenny, you have.
All right.
Yeah. You have. I told our viewers, all 5 of them, what you have done is you have isolated a coronavirus.
I have, yeah.
You found it in your garage. Where was it?
I found it in a box. You talk about dogs. We used to have dogs, you know, and I was looking. Well, we babysit a dog, and so I was looking through some old dog things, and I found a coronavirus.
Really?
An actual, yes.
Oh, did you touch it?
Well, you shouldn't, but you can. They're bigger than one would think.
Okay.
Really?
Did you know how they talk about them being very, very small?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But they're not.
microscopic.
No.
They're huge.
No, I'm talking baseball.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
You
Yeah,
think
it's,
that they could kill that?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're dying to see it. Actually, we're. Oh! Oh!
That's right. Yeah.
That's just
So-
like it is in the pictures.
And I was playing catch with it, and I didn't even know I caught it. So, you know. But
I hope you drank some Lysol.
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I did a flea and tick bath.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that took care of it. I'm healthy.
Okay.
Good.
I bark at night. But
There's
So the
nothing
neighbor
wrong with
That
that.
was your dog's toy, and he didn't get
yeah,
coronavirus?
yeah. And they're both gone. Maybe this is why. I'm not
Oh.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Now, where's your dog?
in the backyard.
Very-
Where are the dogs?
Yeah. You have 2 dogs.
No more.
I had 2 dogs, and they're in the backyard
They're
resting.
resting
Oh,
in
no.
peace.
Yes.
From after
Yeah.
playing with that.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 Vizslas.
Oh.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
cute dogs.
Pete and Chet. Yeah. So
Pete
Well-
and Jeff.
yeah, and
Oh.
we've had several dogs, and they always seem to pass away in midwinter.
Huh.
And if you try to
Can't
dig
be
a hole in the
done.
ground in midwinter, can't be done.
It's
So
tough.
yeah, but
Now, when
But,
Terry and I were there visiting with you the last time that we were at your house, your dogs were fine, right?
yeah, well, the Vizslas are not the longest lasting dog. They're the greatest dogs in the world, but one went and then the other one. It was sad.
Oh. And you just haven't you haven't gone in the direction of getting new ones to replace the old ones.
Well, Steve Lene is searching the Rescue Vizsla site daily.
Okay.
Me, however, I say let's just give it a break. It's kind of nice not to have to run home and let them out.
Let them out.
So,
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's this urge.
Kind of like children, you can, once they get to a certain point, you can leave them home for a while. But the dogs, I'd have to rush home and let them out by 6 o'clock. Otherwise, it would be animal cruelty. Yeah. So.
And that rescue operation, that gets pretty. I want to say it gets pretty cloak and dagger sometimes with these organizations that are getting dogs from Hungary and Romania and stuff. Rescue dogs from those countries, bringing them over to the U.S. and.
Our dogs were hungry all the time. I don't know. Maybe we got them off the wrong site. But the thing, Lene says, this poor puppy, it needs a home, and it's a Vizsla site, and all these Vizsla owners are looking at these dogs, and I said, that's the last dog you got to worry about. It's the ones, the poor mutts in the shelter that don't get attention. Yeah.
So, how do you spell Vizsla?
I think you spell Vizsla.
Vizsla. How do you spell that?
Like Visa with an L. Can you hear
what?
us?
Can you hear us? All right.
Nope.
No.
I'm going to go outside where the we live in a dead zone.
We get to go outside.
Yeah. Ooh.
Huh?
That looks nice. Oh, there's some bare branches up there.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reception's better here on the porch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where.
Like in the wilderness.
Yeah. How do you spell Vizsla?
Vizsla.
Vizsla.
Vizsla, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that's like a Hungarian or Romanian.
It is a Hungarian.
Yeah. Breed.
Your dog. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I was telling Sharon recently you did a musical venture with Chris Gage, your buddy from the Red Willow Band, and from Roy Clark, and I was blown away by that. Where can people see that?
You could go. They could just Facebook me. I don't know if it's posted online. You can either just find me on Facebook, Kenny Putnam, or go to albertengage.com. Okay. And they do a podcast every Monday because Chris had a house gig at Don's Depot in Austin.
Right.
And then of course closed down for the holidays here, and so they've been doing in studio podcast, and they get friends and people calling in, and so the way we did it was he sent me a guitar bed of the song, and then I taped my part and just left holes like they used to do at Hee Haw. They just, hey Grandpa, what's for supper? And then 2 weeks later, Loretta Lynn would come in, and do her line, and then he'd put it together. That's basically what we did. So he just was playing off the pre-recorded stick that I did.
Well, it's awesome. I can tell you that. It's just, I can't remember, what is the song that you guys played?
Sure Beats Me.
Sure Beats Me.
It's an old, John Gurton wrote it, but it's a Dan Hicks song.
Ah.
Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a jumping tune, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a great tune. Yeah.
Sure Beats Me. Yeah, that's,
but,
that was, I believe, Bob Crane's theme song.
No.
I just got that.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah.
It's too old. Hogan's Heroes. Nobody remembers. One of the worst
Did you see the
television
movie though?
Oh
The,
yeah. I saw the movie too.
Yeah. One would,
With
one
Greg
gets,
Kinnear and
yeah,
Yeah.
and
pretty
who's,
disturbing.
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
Where's LeBeau? Yeah. Hey,
I
Schultz,
know nothing.
get in here.
Nothing.
I see nothing. Yes.
Well, it's been great having you on, Kenny, and we want
Well-
to wish you all the best. And
And keep
Yeah.
that virus contained.
yeah,
Oh yeah. But now we're all recess is out here in South Dakota, so we'll see.
everybody's going back to work.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, downtown was kind of shut up, but today they kind of opened it up, and I went to the hardware store, and it's like the bazaar. Everybody's out, so
Like a
I hope
California beach.
I hope it doesn't catch us.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna
Have a
pay the
second
price.
wave.
We're gonna get a wave. I have a feeling.
You
Yeah,
think
but
so? Yeah.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
so, too.
but
Well, just don't buy too much pork from Sioux Falls.
Smithfield, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and if I throw you that ball, don't catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you guys do a great job, and it's an honor to be included.
Thank you.
Aw,
Thank
it
you.
was great talking to
We'll
you.
make let's make it a regular feature because we have to
Okay.
have some kind of report on what's happening in the Black Hills. Because
And I could send that link for that video to you if you wanted to post it on whatever your site. That thing that Chris and I did. If you wanted
yeah,
to.
Sharon can do that in post. She can put it up on the screen
In the YouTube version.
on the YouTube version. Yeah.
And are you guys going to be out for Thanksgiving for the
I sure
Deadwood
hope
Mountain
so.
Grand?
I sure hope so. I hope we're all together once again
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's pray for that. Yeah.
Let's pray for that. Yeah. We'll and we can suit up.
Yeah.
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 And
Well, yeah. We can certainly.
it will be bow's length. I'll just point at you guys with my bow.
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go.
Yeah. And,
Yes.
So-
your fiddle bow.
yes.
You get down the fiddle and you get down the bow 6 feet away.
Up.
And
Oh,
booty.
yeah. Nice. That's good. I like that. That's good.
All right, man. It's been
Okay.
great talking with you, and our best to Lene too. Thank you.
You
Thank
bet.
her for getting
Oh, yeah,
Skype
my
so that you could get
techie,
online
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you too.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you
See
later.
you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Kenny Putnam, and now we are going to go to. We're going to set this up. We're going to set this up.
Okay, yeah. Tell them what
Okay,
this is.
this is John Pate. John Pate, we met, Terry Ree and I met when we were at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles in 1978. We auditioned at the Comedy Store, the one on Sunset Boulevard. And the night we auditioned, we had in the audience, Richard Pryor was in the audience, Robin Williams was in the audience,
Wow.
David Letterman. They're all standing around, waiting for their turn to
No
come on.
pressure.
No pressure at all. But we killed. We did our little Boy Scout act, and nobody had ever seen that before. Plus, we had instruments and stuff, so we had our crutches there. And we turned out to be a big hit, and they said we can use you as regulars at the Comedy Store. So we went back to South Dakota, packed up everything, moved out to LA, and we got on as regulars at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard and the one in Westwood, and then the one in Torrey Pines down in that area.
San Diego.
We also worked that one. So And then we met John Pate at the Westwood store. He was working as a stand-up comic, and he befriended us. And our relationship grew from there to when we came out to Nashville, and we moved to Nashville, and we got on a show called Country Kitchen, which was a cooking show.
With Florence Henderson.
Florence Henderson was the hostess, and John helped us write comedy lines to go with. Our assignment was to do the dessert. Florence would take a guest star, and they would make an entree, and then she would throw it to us. And from there, we would just fill that recipe with comedy innuendo. Sexual innuendo goes well with stirring and chocolate and things like that. So that's the background on John Pate. Now, John Pate also was the 40-year-old virgin.
Literally.
Literally. He may have been somewhere around 45 by the time he married Sarah. And
you know what? We should save that and let him tell that story at a future date.
Well, I'm just setting this up.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll tell the whole story at a future date. But he was saving himself for the right woman, and Sarah came along, and she's definitely the right woman. So this is our interview with John Pate and his lovely wife, Sarah.
Okay.
So you should have had.
Now I'm going to start with the first question. When do you remember, Bruce, that you and Terry and I met?
I don't know for sure. That's I'm a little vague on that, but
well, it was over 40 years ago.
Oh. Well,
wow.
that is a
fact. That's a good reason to have forgotten right there.
That is an undisputed fact.
Can you remember 40 years ago?
Well, that's why I'm having trouble, and it's from smoking weed. I mean, since I've been smoking weed again, I'm having trouble with my short-term memory, my long-term memory, and my short-term memory.
You remember the comics strike, right?
I do.
I remember that.
And my partner, Terry Ree, remembers it well because he walked the picket lines with David Letterman.
That was in 1979. So that would have been 41 years ago right there.
Yeah.
So that was 79. And I distinctly even remember driving Terry back on Sunset Boulevard in my little car from Westwood to the Sunset store for a strike meeting.
What kind of car did you drive back then?
Oh, it was a beat up old Datsun, 76 Datsun B210. And him getting out of my car and slamming the door and saying he will never ride with me again.
Why?
Because
you drive too slow? Or?
No, because of the windy roads there on Sunset, and I wasn't really that safe.
He talks like that still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's done that several times when I forget which of the Oaks we were playing golf with, but afterward down in Nashville, he threw his golf clubs in the car and he said, "Don't ever bring those golf clubs here ever." So, yeah, he was a little embarrassed by my golf game.
Sarah is a clinical child psychologist.
School psychologist
Okay.
In Corona.
Right, yeah. So we like to say we've been dealing with the coronavirus I've been there for 20 years.
Whenever there's a virus, it's a coronavirus. Who needs the therapy more? For PTSD?
Always the parents, yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, hands down, the parents are the ones struggling with life far more than a student is usually. So.
Well, and they're probably doing the homeschooling, right?
Yes.
Right now they are, yeah. But we think a lot of them have, in many cases, they just simply kind of live in denial of, my kid, that's whatever it is that you're saying, that's not so. In terms of their child.
Well, like some of the memes that went around, the teachers in the world are kind of chuckling because all of those parents that said, well, my kid doesn't do that at home. So what are you doing at home? We're like, I wonder how it's going.
I was thinking about that the other day, that they might have a whole new appreciation for teachers.
I surely hope so. I surely hope that it's gonna be a tough season for calm mental health. So for those families that have already kind of struggled with that. So
Yeah.
I think everyone should get a therapy animal. That's my plug. It's a great time. Get a llama or something.
A llama.
We have miniature llamas and alpacas. I'm quite sure that those probably cure autism. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm in we're actually in my little home office where I've been working virtually, with school people and all that. So I brought, because at work, of course, we don't really have ability to have animals, but I had brought home all of my office therapy animals, and I'm just realizing that they're right here. I do have a little menagerie. I have a little sheep.
Oh.
I have a little black-faced Scottish sheep, and they're very fuzzy. And I have this little sheep, and these two twin sheeps are named Zach and Zoe. That's for Prozac and Zoloft.
Oh, I love that.
And then she has a multicolored llama.
I have a little llama corn. I'm sorry, and then another
llama corn.
Yeah, and then another little guy. And so, students like to come in and visit my therapy animals. And these are the best kind. They don't.
I would do that.
I know. And they, it's actually very, it is quite soothing just to kind of tickle them and look at their little beady eyes, and, you can bunt them quite well.
That's what you were talking about when you were talking about therapy animals. You weren't talking about live.
Live is just pretty high maintenance.
That's true.
I try to get my students to get lower maintenance and more realistic expectations for their transition into adulthood. And that's true. I'm not being silly. We want them to learn habits for coping that are actually realistically implemented in a workplace. I don't need somebody that's going to have to chew on a straw all day, because when you're 30 and chewing on a straw, it's gross, especially when we have COVID. So, we're going to transition you to chewing on some gum or something that's like acceptable out there. So, you cannot just bring your little therapy animal to your job interview. But in your purse, you could have a pocket llama.
Oh.
I could just put him in there. But you could almost like stick him in your bra or something and just, well, that's weird. But you could have him in your pocket and then just kind of pet him and get the same effect, and no one would know how weird you are.
Yeah, but if you're reaching in your pocket and you're going like this and stuff, that's not good.
Well, you kind of gotta be careful about where the pocket is and who you are.
Oh, yeah. This, your breast pocket.
Yeah, like ladies shouldn't be petting their pockets, and men.
No.
Now that I say it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Put it in your purse. It's a purse llama.
You can edit this one out. Yeah.
No, we're not editing. We're keeping
definitely
it.
not.
We're keeping it.
So here's the takeaway from the school psychologist. If you need a therapy animal, make sure it can fit in your pocket, but make sure you know which pocket it goes in.
Oh, yeah.
And that was our interview with John and Sarah Pate, and we'll have more on them later.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna get a pocket llama.
yeah, therapy animals, especially little furry things like that. If you're going in for therapy, why not have a little thing that you can squeeze that you can
To make yourself less nervous.
make you feel better and more at ease. Yeah, and then cats are sometimes a therapy animal because they just exude this easygoing
That's what
nature.
she was referencing when she said you could bunt it.
Yeah,
We had been talking about cats.
yeah, and cats,
That thing they do.
for some reason, will come up and headbutt you. They'll do that.
And it has a name.
Yeah, it's called bunting. And
We didn't know
that's we found that out. It's called bunting, and that's when they come up and headbutt you for no reason. It means that they want you to love on them a little bit,
And they
show
want
them
you
some
to
attention.
smell like them.
They want to, that's true.
And that sound they make when when female cats are in heat, that weird sound. It's called caterwauling.
Yes.
I mean, I've heard the word caterwauling, but I didn't realize that was like
That it was
the love call.
Yeah.
That really, that's how you get a guy.
Like it's pertaining
Yeah. No, it's not. That's sweet. No, this is that weird.
Yeah. Is it like when they're mating?
That's how I got you, baby.
Yeah, I was drawn to that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, closer. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
So this next thing we want to show.
This next thing we
Set
want to
this
show
up.
is
This I love.
my son and his family, Jordon Mack Williams and Katie and Barron and Pepper. They made a video this week, and it just knocked us out.
It's a little commercial.
It's a commercial for a thing called the Fart Game.
Yeah, it's a game they play as a family because they're all in isolation.
Yeah, and we're just going to roll it because it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
If you're easily offended, do not watch this.
It's good. Here we go.
Hey kids, looking for something fun, exciting, and for the whole family? Look no further than the Fart Game!
I'm gonna play a 2.
I'm gonna play a 3.
Play your card and pump Gassy Gary.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna play a 5.
Take turns pumping Gassy Gary, but watch out! You don't want to be the one pumping Gassy Gary when he farts!
Oh man, that was a big one.
Fart after fart after fart! You'll enjoy the Fart Game!
This game stinks, in a good way.
Good game, everybody. Good game. There's no batteries in here. I've been farting the whole time!
And by successfully completing the rare 4-way jinx and doing so while in quarantine, the Williams family never spoke again.
It's the
The Fart Game from Pinisso. Batteries not included.
And if you've ever had any of the other games by that great company, Pinisso, you know it's quality all the way.
It's the fun game.
Oh, man.
He's brilliant.
He
He
is.
takes after his father.
Oh, he's way funnier than his father ever could be. Now, what we have here is some of the products that
Oh, these are the ones you've been looking at.
that I was noticing and stuff, and we'll start with a cleaning product.
Which I was very excited to find this. It's sort of disguised as a wood polish.
Yeah, it's like Pledge.
It is a Pledge brand, but it's actually
Antibacterial surface cleaner.
like Lysol.
Yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of them left on the shelf next to the empty Lysol shelf.
At
At
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and sure enough, antibacterial
Cleans and sanitizes most hard surfaces.
kills 99% of
Bacteria.
bacteria. I was so excited. I got a bunch of them.
And you would think that this would be made in USA. How many of you think this is made in the USA? Okay. It is made in Racine, Wisconsin.
Oh, it's made in Wisconsin.
It's made in the USA.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, there's Lysol. What about actual Lysol wipes? Right there.
Actual Lysol wipes should be the same company. Nope. Parsippany, New Jersey.
Oh, also the United States.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a COVID cough there. Now, here's a shampoo called KMS Head Remedy. Where would you think this? You think this is made in the USA or any foreign country? KMS is.
I know because I had to order it.
Yes, it's made in Germany.
Oh,
And is distributed through New Zealand.
That's where it came from when we ordered it.
But KMS is a widely known head cleanser, I guess.
A head cleanser.
Yes, a shampoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not for your toilet.
Right. And then we have Gear fragrance. If you've ever been to the Hussfest in Minot, you'll see...
you see a very handsome man wearing a T-shirt that says, "Smell me."
Yes, and he's so handsome, and this smells so good when you put it on. Look, I'm wearing my Mountain Home Tiger athletic T-shirt. Mm-hmm. The Mountain Home Tigers, that's where I went to high school. And,
smell him.
and junior high and grade school. And we were going to have an all-school reunion this year, but guess what? There was a pandemic and it got canceled.
Oh, man.
That kind of ruined the fun for everybody, but I'm wearing my Proud Tiger athletic shirt from
You're having a little party at home.
Mountain Home High School, and all my classmates that are still hanging around. Hey, how about you'd think that Colgate has got to be made in the USA, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's that made?
Well, that's made in Mexico. It's made in Mexico. Why are they allowing our, you see a lot of expats going down to Mexico and getting dental work done and stuff because it's cheap.
Well, they use that.
And they probably, before they go in and see the El Doctore, they probably hose their mouth down with Colgate.
Yeah.
And because it's right there. And then we have soft soap. Soft soap is made in New York, but it's also distributed through Canada.
So they make it in New York.
And
they sell it from Canada, and then we buy it in Nashville.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's a plot. I think it's a plot by the Canadians because they want to soft soap us into thinking it's not an invasion, that the Canadians are not invading us.
No.
They certainly aren't right now. They're not.
I don't even think they want to.
I don't know. They are moving in flocks and droves into Arizona, and they are taking it over. I mean, we soon will be. We'll probably just give it to them, and they can call it the Southwest Territories. Good. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. Each and every one of you. During these times and stuff, everybody thinks they're a star, but that doesn't mean you are until you walk a mile in my hat. So.
I don't know what that means.
Thanks for watching. This hat belongs on a black man, but I'm going to go ahead and wear it, and not very well. So, but thank you. Thanks for watching, and we'll be in our basement. We're going to stay in our basement, and just in case there's an invasion of some kind, or if some of the people with some of those automatic weapons come in and try to get us to open up our house so that they can come in and just spread the virus. We're not going to allow them to do that. So Sharon is scouring.
I'm trying to get the old messages to show up, and
they're not showing up.
I'm just getting the last ones.
Okay.
So.
Then we'll just say goodbye and push the button that.
Hey, we don't know what we're doing. We never do.
Push the button that says, "We're done."
Oh, you want me to end it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, thanks you guys.
All right, we're not affiliated with anybody. We're not affiliated with anybody.
No, we're barely affiliated with ourselves.
Women,
that's my hat.
They didn't have enough room to put sake down here. It's women for Pete's sake. And that's what, for Pete's sake, they're women. So treat them accordingly.
Okay, bye.
Bye.